The foundation of effective parenting is leading by example. Number one, live by the morals of truth, honesty, and compassion. When a parent lives a positive life with positive attitudes, it goes a long way in teaching the child how to deal with whatever their life circumstances might be in the future. If your children see you treating people, especially those less privileged than you, like your houseboy, your cook, your driver, with respect and compassion, they are more likely to do the same later in life. If they see you returning money you find lying around to the lost and found, they are more likely to become honest adults. How can you possibly tell your child to be morally upright if you yourself are promiscuous, or you abuse alcohol or illicit drugs? For our children to take us seriously, we have to practice what we preach. That is more effective than merely telling them to be considerate or be honest or be morally upright. Number two, live a life of tolerance. If you have relationships that cut across a broad spectrum of cultures, faiths, and backgrounds, your child will learn to respect other people's ways of life, even if it differs from their own. You cannot be insular and yet expect your child to be tolerant of other people's attitudes and beliefs. 3. Embrace the joy of living. Life is full of ups and downs, and a child can learn from his parents how to look for the positives in life. Parents who expose their children to the fine arts, who love to read, will be modeling one of the greatest joys of living for their children. Let me give you a personal example of myself. In the last few years, I've had personal tragedies. Within 3 years, I lost 2 children. My daughter, who was 25, and my son later, less than 3 years, who was 23. Now, I think that's enough for me to live a sad life or withdraw into myself, but I choose not to do that. I choose to be happy despite everything. I choose to embrace the joy of living. And why do I do that? I do it for myself, yes, but I also do it to set an example for my children, because I know for sure in their life, as we say, life is full of ups and downs. They are likely to encounter setbacks. How would I want them to react to that? I want them, of course, when sad things happen to you, you're sad, but, well, it has happened. You have to get up and move on. And sometimes I make sure I project a happy personality for them, because I'm trying to give them an example for what may happen to them later in life, and this is the way I would love you to handle adversity. You should take personal responsibility. We parents want to raise children that are responsible to themselves and to others. Children first learn individual responsibility through adherence to routines, like the daily brushing of teeth, picking up your toys, tidying up your room. Then eventually responsibility expands to dealings with the family unit, the school setting, and the community at large. Children will observe and emulate the responsible habits and routines of their parents. Finally, you should stay involved in your child's life. I think this point cannot be overemphasized. Make it a point to know what is happening in your child's life. Make a habit of asking them how their day has gone. Though there is not one single template or blueprint for raising a child, the foundation of effective parenting is leading by example. When children observe how we treat them and others, they learn how to behave. Do as I say, not as I do, is a phrase we often hear, and some of us have even used it before. But is it really realistic to expect a child to adhere to certain forms of behavior when they see their parents doing something else? Parenting is a do what I do endeavor. Children learn by copying, and that includes the good, the bad, and the ugly. They learn attitudes, behaviors, lifestyle choices, prejudices, likes and dislikes, compassion, generosity, by watching and listening to their parents.